Welcome to Jerry's Fish Room.
Alright guys, welcome back to Jerry's Fish Room. Yeah, this has been a different week. I did a little sort of a midweek video drop of the experience that I had with IC. And man, I tell you, the views are just kicking after just 2 days. Man, I just appreciate all the support and a lot of people commenting. Or at least a lot of people for me are commenting, and man, it's just really cool to have that interaction with y'all. So thank you all for watching that video, and for all of you that have supported this channel, that are watching videos and subscribing. I just, again, thank you so much for that. This week is going to be my weekly drop here, and we are going to do the brine shrimp. I had one of the viewers actually ask for this video last week, and so I am excited to bring this to you guys. Again, I want to hear those comments, things that you like to see, because I'll certainly try to do those, because if that's what you're interested in, that's what interests me. So we're going to do brine shrimp, the whole process, and so let's get started. All right, guys, this is the electric blue Acara fry that were hatched just over 2 weeks ago, right at about 2 weeks actually. They came wigglers on Thursday. I'm shooting this 2 weeks later on Friday night, and so I wanted to just kind of give you a little bit of a before shot. Then we're going to start the process of feeding these guys the baby brine shrimp that I have been hatching out using the Zis brine hatchery that I purchased from the Aquarium Co-op. Alright guys, so here we are. I'm going to show you how to this whole process starts to begin prepping this Zis brine shrimp hatchery that I bought from Aquarium Co-op. Get it ready for hatching these eggs. So this is a 2-liter container. I fill it just about almost halfway, just a little bit under halfway, pretty close. So it puts it about just under a liter of water. So basically what I've found that's worked well for me, I kind of took the idea, or took the information from Jason at Primetime Aquatics, and he basically mixes about 1 3/4 tablespoon of salt to 1 liter of water. So for me, I'm a little bit under, so I usually use it somewhere around 1 1/3, 1 1/2 tablespoons of salt. Now, I've not done a lot of research, but I understand you can use Epsom salts. I hear you can use table salt. One of the preferred methods that I see mostly on YouTube and Jason spoke about is aquarium salt. Now, this is Fritz product, aquarium salt. I use it for my ick problem that I just had, along with the ICX. But also, it's very, very beneficial to have hatch these brine shrimp. So we're going to go ahead and get 1.5 tablespoons of this aquarium salt. And all you do is drop it in the tank. And it's that simple. So you don't have to mix it. You don't have to do anything special with it. So once we have the salt in, the water's naturally in, we're going to load the eggs. Now I'm using Aquarium Co-op's brine shrimp eggs. Absolutely love these things. I've been doing this now for about 1.5 weeks, maybe, yeah, right close to 1.5 weeks. One of the things that they brag about, Corey did on his channel when he talked about these, is how well, once you're ready to harvest, the eggshells themselves will separate themselves from the brine shrimp, and so you get really good clear water with all of the brine shrimp, and you don't have to contend with the eggshells. So, and I'll show you that later in the video when we go to harvest it. But for now, basically this comes with actually 2 lids. I've already loosened it up. I love the way that this works in the sense of it had the plastic lid and then it's got this metal lid on top, so it keeps these things good and dry. And you can tell it comes with a little scoop, but that is the brine shrimp eggs. Alright, so this is the scoop that comes with it. Typically, if you were going to use 2 liters of water, if you're going to fill this all the way up, you would use 2 scoops of these. But since I don't have nearly the need for that every day, and I like to feed my fish the live shrimp at least once a day, and we'll talk about what to do with the leftovers when we get into the harvesting part. For me, I'm going to use probably about 2/3, maybe 2/3, 3/4 of a cup of these brine shrimp eggs, and it's just that simple. Just dump them in, and you're good to go. So the next thing is we're going to put the lid on, and what I'm showing you here in this video shot, that is the kind of like the air stone, or little bubbler that goes on the end of this very long, hard plastic airline that attaches to the top, in which case all you do is attach an airline to it. And so at this point you just put the lid on, and you can see that the bubbles start to mix the eggs. Now I'm supplying air with this Aquarium Co-op USB air filter, or air pump, excuse me. Absolutely love these things. It's like $10 for them, 10, 12 bucks, something like that. Very, very good. And then this hatchery, I'm going to show it up here. You can see up here, there's a big hole here. This is if you wanted to put a heater, a small heater in there. It also comes with a mercury thermometer, so it's in Celsius. I don't know much about Celsius other than having to get a calculator or a Google and convert it. I'm not using it because I was an idiot and dropped it on a hard floor and broke it. But the recommended temperature is somewhere around 82 degrees, 80 to 82 degrees, to hatch these eggs. But one of the things that Primetime Aquatics, Jason, recommended was basically to get a desk lamp. And so I got a desk lamp here with an incandescent bulb, and which puts off some heat. And I don't really look at the temperature, I don't monitor it. I've just found that when I set this thing up like so, let me move it over. When I set this up with an incandescent light like this, there's enough heat that comes off of that bulb, and it does a tremendous job hatching the eggs. So guys, we're going to let this set for 24 hours and come back, and then we will show you how to harvest these eggs. Alright guys, it's been 24 hours, maybe actually 25 hours since I put this in. Put this together Friday night, Thursday night. It's Friday night now. This has been sitting here doing this for 24 hours. So the first thing we're going to do in harvesting these is we're going to go ahead and remove the lid, which will have the air tube and the airline attached. And then we're going to let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. And one of the things that I do is I'll turn the desk lamp off, and then I'll set up a nice little light right up underneath. And what that allows it to do, try to get down in there, is that light will start to focus, since it's focused down towards the bottom, a lot of the baby brine shrimp will gravitate towards the light. So we're going to let this sit for about 15 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Alright guys, it's been about 15 minutes, and you can kind of see what I was talking about. You see the lightly tinted orange area right here. This is all brine shrimp. Live baby brine shrimp with their egg yolk sacs on them. Very, very small. We'll zoom in a little bit closer. And you can see they're actually kind of swimming around, moving around. There's no current in there, so that motion that you see is the actual baby brine shrimp that's swimming. And as you can tell, as I pull it back here, this is one of the things I absolutely love about the co-op eggs. I have not used any other than the Aquarium co-op brine shrimp eggs. But one of the things they talked about when I watched a video on Corey's channel, Aquarium Co-op, was the fact that these eggs do such a really, really good job of the shells right here. That brown strip right there is the shells from the eggs that those brine shrimp were hatched from. So it's a good separation, which allows you to drain out the brine shrimp without getting all of that shells and stuff um, into your solution. So I'm going to try to get down here below, and you can kind of see. Let me get that flashlight a little bit away. You can kind of see how much of a darker orange that is down below there, and hopefully that shows up pretty well. So you can see how most of the brine shrimp, or a good portion of them anyways, migrated down towards that light. So we're going to go ahead and start to get these brine shrimp out of this and get them ready to feed. All right, guys. So one of the things that I do differently, so this brine um, hatchery kind of comes with, if I can get it in the camera here, kind of comes with this tube and this valve. It's kind of getting a little out of focus. Let's see if we can't zoom it in. There we go. This tube and this valve that you can hook on the very bottom. However, I found that to be a little cumbersome for me. So what I do is, and we're going to do it right now, is I will turn around and grab this up, try to just gently pick it up as such, and then come over here and just open the valve up carefully, holding this over the cup. And as you can see, that first little instance of really dark was a lot of brine shrimp that was coming out. And I'll drain this down to almost towards the bottom, just trying to keep this line of eggs that's up here from going out the spout. So, which is going to let you end up losing a little bit of the brine shrimp that you hatch, but very, very little. So, not the most convenient way to do it, but it's not too bad doing it this way. And again, just fill this up, and I'll show you what the next step is. All right, guys, so we're out here at the kitchen. The next step for me that I do is I turn around and put use the this here is a Brine Shrimp Net. I'll put a link to the Amazon where I got it from in the description. But all I do is just simply take it and start pouring the brine shrimp in. And this net will basically sift out all of the brine shrimp down to basically nothing, just to where there's only mostly brine shrimp left into the net, and just kind of let it sit here, and I'll swirl it around a little bit to drain as much of this water out. Now you don't have to do this. You can feed these directly. And sorry about my dogs going in the background. So basically, you end up with pretty much just kind of brine shrimp left in there. Now there's a little bit of liquid in there. The next thing I do is I just grab a little plastic Tupperware container that's good and clean. And then basically I'll just set this down into the bottom. And at this point I'll flip this over. Gotta tap it out a little bit. And I'll run just a little bit of water over it, like so, to get most of it. I may do this a couple times to try to get as much of this out as I can. And again, my dogs are going crazy. Sorry about that. So, if you can see, there you go. Now, again, you don't have to do this with the water part. I do it just because I'll show you what I'm going to do with the leftovers. But let's take this and go feed some fish. All right, so we are here at my electric blue Acara fry tank, and see if I can do this. Basically, what I'm going to do, and I'll have to set this down. Whoops. This little eyedropper that, again, I got from Aquarium Co-op that works out pretty good. And at this point, what I do, sorry about the camera, I'm trying to get it positioned here. I take it and just fill it up, much as I get in there. And then we turn around and, whoops. All right, got about that much in there. And then we'll go ahead and let me show you how these guys react to it. Well, you can see they're getting busy with some of it, and I'll give them about maybe a dropper and a half of that filled up, and just let them go to town. It's really cool to see these guys eat and just kind of go after this. Again, these guys, like I said earlier, they're about just over 2 weeks, about 15 days old and I say from the time they hatched and became wigglers. And they've pretty much been just on a steady diet of brine shrimp since they've been hatched. All right, guys. So basically, at this point, what I do with the leftovers is I just gently start to. I have these. I bought these on Amazon as well. I'll grab a link to these. These are little nice. They're called Nice Cube mini ice cube trays. They're made of a kind of a rubber. So very flexible. I've found that they're very easy to use and to get the cubes out fairly simply for each feeding. So at this point, instead of wasting it, I'll just gently pour this across. Again, I don't always fill up every little cube, and sometimes what I'll do is just as I start to mess around with this, try not to lose it where I can't. Just gently play with it a little bit, move it from cube to cube. I'm going to lose a little here, a little there. And just kind of push it through and each one of these little boxes, and boom. All right, so there you go, guys. Just kind of take it as is, put it in the freezer, freeze it, and use it for later. That's kind of the process from start to finish, how I make it, and hatch it, and turn around and harvest it, and then keep the leftovers. So I hope that you find this very helpful. Okay, guys, this is kind of, let's put this up here. I don't know how easy it is to see, but this is one of those brine shrimp cubes that I made. If you look at it, get closely up to the camera, see if I can get it focused. You can see the top part of it is kind of pretty much all ice, and the bottom part is all eggs. So I find this is pretty simple. You can either thaw them out. I actually like dropping them in. All right, guys. So that's how I do my brine shrimp, or hatch my brine shrimp for my baby fry that I have here, my electric blue Acara. Looking forward to continuing that process with them. Also excited to announce a new project. That 29-gallon dirted tank will be the home for 4 angels that I am receiving this week from Consolidated Fish Farms and Dan Connor. And so thanks a lot for that. A shout out to Dan Connor, Consolidated Fish Farms, for that. I'm excited to start that process to try to get some angels to pair up. I have a little bit of arrangement already with my local fish store, as he's losing a couple of his angel fish dealers, breeders that are here local. So I'm looking to step in and fill that role. And so I'm excited about it. I haven't done it before, so it's going to be a unique experience. And as always, we will be videotaping it and keeping it coming on the channel so you guys can track the progress with that. All right, guys, I want to just again, quick commercial break. Just shout out JCMP. There's an affiliate link in the description if you're interested in taking a look at some JCMP lights and other things that they have. We just ask that you use that link. It'll give me a little bit towards the channel to help me with these projects. And then again, a shout out to my channel sponsor, Consolidated Fish Farms, Dan Connor. Thank you so much for coming alongside this channel, for supporting it. And we will be doing future projects together as well. The angelfish is the first of hopefully many. But guys, reach out. I have an affiliate link in the description for Consolidated Fish Farms, and there is a discount code, Jerry's Fish Room. It's in the link as well, or in the description, and you'll get 10% off. The cool thing about Consolidated Fish Farms that I absolutely love, if you live in the state of Florida, $15 is all it costs to ship a fish. $25 in the continental United States. So guys, those are pretty inexpensive shipping rates, and so again, guys, just can't say enough for all the support you all have given me through the subscriptions. So if you like the video content, give me a thumbs up. Click that bell, ring that reminder so you'll see future videos when they drop. And if you would subscribe, I have a goal of trying to hit 500 by July, which would be my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. So share it, get it out there. Try to help me get to that 500 in probably a week, maybe 2. I have a special announcement coming. So just keep tuning in, and when that time comes, I'll let you know what's going on. But in the meantime, guys, thanks again for coming along, and you know what's coming next. That's right. Keep loving the fish. See you next week.